Okay, so since the last video, fast forward about a year to April 2015, I have a turtle, and I love my turtle. And at the time, like, I had no family, no friends, no whatever, so the only thing I had in the world was my turtle. So I let him roam wild and free around the house, and one day I came home and I couldn't find him, and I looked everywhere, and I stayed up all night, and I didn't eat and I didn't sleep, and all I did was search for my turtle, and I couldn't find him. And so I made a mistake, and after that I went to work on no sleep without a turtle. So I started crying like crazy at work, and I couldn't stop crying. So I wanted to stop crying, so I made a big mistake, and I took a scissors and I started cutting at work, which you should never do ever. It's not okay. So my coworker saw me doing this, and she thought that I should go to the hospital. So she took me to the hospital, and they released me because they said it was just an adjustment disorder of worrying about the turtle. Eventually I found him, but at the time I didn't think I was going to. So a little while later than that, I tried to overdose on pills, which I threw up, didn't work, and I tried to slit my wrist again. You'd think at some point I would have figured out that wrist slitting doesn't work for me because I didn't have a knife sharp enough to do it, so it didn't work. I couldn't go deep enough. So that day I called my friend, and my friend said to call the psychiatrist. So I called the psychiatrist, and he said to take like lorazepam or something. So let me see, I'm looking at it. So I was self-injuring, and I thought I was going to kill myself. So I told the therapist this, and she told me to go to the hospital, so I did. And this time they admitted me, and I went to a hospital in like the inner city, so it was a long way away from where I lived too. It was like I had to go to a different state to get to the inner city of a big city. And it was really scary because I hadn't been to that kind of hospital before, so I was terrified, and I felt like it was all my fault that I was there. Like, if I hadn't told the therapist I was going to kill myself, I wouldn't have ended up there. So I felt like it was on me, and did I do the right thing? If I had the self-control to think I was going to kill myself, then why didn't I have the self-control to just not kill myself, you know? So I felt like an awful person, and I wasn't there for very long, because I decided to get out, so I just told the people I was fine. This was the one and only time I was in a hospital where I had sort of a strange experience with the other people. Because my roommate was either sleeping, singing, or crying all the time. She was really good at singing too, but like, if I said hi to her, she wouldn't say hi back. She would totally ignore me. So I figure, okay, that's the way she is. She's probably going through something hard, or she wouldn't be here. So I went to I went to my room one day, and she got between me and the door. She said, "Hey, I need you to fight for me." And I said, "Fight for you? What do you mean?" And she said, "I need you to fight for me against them, because you're my mom and my dad, and I can tell that you're my mom and my dad because you're wearing blue, and they always wear blue," because I was wearing the blue paper clothes that they give you. And so I was like, I freaked out because I thought I was going to be trapped in the room, but I managed to escape through the bathroom, and I found the head of the nurse's station, and I just started crying and crying and crying and crying and crying because I had thought I was going to be trapped in the room. That was the only time I ever had a strange experience with someone with psychosis. Like, I've seen a lot of things happen in mental hospitals because obviously I've been there a lot of times, so people laughing at strange times or people talking to a plant or whatever, but this was the only time that I ever felt personally like threatened by it, because usually people just are sick but they don't really hurt other people, and this lady wasn't trying to hurt me at all. I know she really wasn't. She really thought I was her mom and her dad, but I just didn't know what was going to happen or whether I was going to be able to get out of the room, so I was pretty scared. So that was my third mental hospital experience, and I managed to get out pretty fast, and so that was good. Yeah, that's about all I have to say about that one.